have to get creative to salute the flag, I guess. Okay, welcome to the Town Board meeting for Thursday, April 16th, 2020. Please, two of us will rise and salute the flag, and the rest of the board members will do it virtually. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Emergency exits are to my right. Roll, please.
Present this evening in the town boardroom, Supervisor Victoria Perotti.
Here.
Via telephone conference, Councilwoman Doyle.
Yes, here.
Councilman Gutierrez.
Here.
Councilman Morris.
Here.
Councilwoman Samoji.
Here.
Let the record reflect all are present for this evening's meeting.
Supervisors report. Wassaic Trail to the Train update. The Trail to the Train rail trail is under construction and no one should be on it. Violators will be prosecuted for trespassing and other charges as appropriate. A progress meeting was held by conference call on April 15, 2020 with Colarusso Contractors, Town of Amenia Project Manager, WSP Resident Engineer, WSP Project Manager, Dutchess County Rehabilitation Specialist, and Supervisor. The Trail to the Train construction is proceeding with appropriate social distancing and cleaning disinfecting protocols in place. And because the governor's executive order states that essential construction work may proceed to the extent that the construction is for transit roads. Grant update, applying for CFA Parks and Recreation and Greenway grants. Town of Amenia COVID-19 coronavirus. The Town of Amenia is complying with all executive orders from the Governor's Office in Dutchess County. The Amenia Town Hall is currently closed to visitors. The Department of Health is not issuing any permits at this time for recreation summer camps. The Town of Amenia website under State of Emergency has been updated with information provided by Dutchess County and the State of New York. Channel 22 has also been updated with current coronavirus information. The CDC is advising that everyone outside of their homes should wear face coverings to help protect against the spread of the coronavirus and has instructions on its website on how to construct a cloth face mask. However, wearing a mask is not a substitute for social distancing, and individuals should be careful not to touch their eyes, nose, and mouth when removing their mask, and also to wash their hands immediately after. It is also extremely important that you dispose of your mask and gloves after use in a trash receptacle. The Dutchess County Coronavirus Hotline is 845-486-3555. The New York State 24-hour hotline number is 1-888-364-3065. The Community Action Partnership for Dutchess County is available to address needs in critical areas such as food pantries, delivery available, emergency fuel, prescription assistance, HEAP and SNAP applications by calling 845-452-5104. For Dutchess County residents unable to leave their homes to access food and other necessity, the Community Action Partnership is working with Dutchess County government to deliver needed supplies. Please connect with Dutchess Responds or call 486-3555. Town Clerk report.
Good evening. This evening I'm reporting that the total collection for the month of March was $440.50, with the total local share being remitted to the town supervisor in the amount of $413. Total collection to date, and that is inclusive of through today, $5,509,398.60 in your taxes collected. Penalties collected to date, $1,921.25. with the remaining uncollected amount $632,782.02. I present to the board the minutes of March 19th. Has everybody had the opportunity to review, and are you ready to move on them?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Make a motion to accept the minutes of March 19th.
Second.
Damian. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Abstain.
Samoji?
14.
We're voting on the minutes of March 19th.
March 19th. March 19th.
You're going to
I
abstain?
was there, right?
No, you
On the
weren't.
19th.
So you're abstaining?
I think so, because I don't think I was there on the 19th.
Okay,
So I'm
so
confirming that you're abstaining?
Yes, if I wasn't there, you could check. I'm not there according to the minutes.
That is correct,
Oh.
Michelle. You were not here?
That was, okay, that's okay.
So
Yes,
you're-
I know there was one I was, yes.
Great. So I just
I
need to hear
abstained.
you say that you're
Yes,
abstaining.
Yes, I wasn't at the meeting, yes. Thank you.
Let the record reflect she's abstaining. Also presenting this evening to the board are the vouchers, to which have been the abstract consisting of 8 pages totaling $414,982.69. I'm presenting to the board, the abstract is broken down as follows. General Fund A, $69,905.30. Highway Fund, $19,195.26. Amenia Lighting, $1,327.92. Wasaik Lighting, $490.51. Amenia Water, $14,814.32. Trail to the Train, $309,249.38.
make a motion to approve claims to be paid with the amounts that the town clerk read.
I'll make that motion. Vicki?
Doyle,
Second.
Damian. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Samoji?
Yes.
Great. Also circulated to the board, we do have our monthly reports. Let the public know that these reports, moving forward, will be placed on our website under the appropriate department areas. We have the monthly report for Highway, where Megan shares with us her activities since our last meeting.
Right.
We have our building department indicating from our Mike Seglikin. For the month of March, they had 7 new building permits, $7,848.50. Continuing with CO searches, they did 6 totaling 1,000, 4 fire inspections for 200, as well as building and zoning fees of $1,500, 1 renewal in the amount of $150, bringing the total month for March $10,723.50. Also in the board's packets this evening is the April 2020 monthly update from SEBI Environmental Services. It shows us the amount of gallons used for February and March. Also in your board packets this evening, you're going to find your balance sheets as well as your monthly operating statements through March 31st of 2020.
Are there any questions on the balance sheet or the operating statement? No?
No, I have no questions.
Okay. Was that you have a question?
No, I have no questions.
Perfect, great.
Wait. Do we make the motion to accept? Hello?
You can do that if you'd like, to accept all those reports as presented.
Yes, please. Yes, I would like to make the motion to accept all those reports as presented.
Thank you, Michelle.
Second?
Brody. Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Morris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Yes.
And as I indicated, I'm going to be adding new sections this evening now that they've been approved, and we'll be adding them to our website. The other actions that the town clerk's office has taken since our last meeting is we did bid openings for highway as well as bid openings for lawn mowing, but those are both agenda items, so I'll turn the meeting back over to the supervisor.
Okay, the first resolution we have is authorizing a change order to A. Colarusso and Son Trail to the Train contract. Resolution number.
20.
Resolution authorizing change order to the A. Colarusso and Son Incorporated contract to construct the Wassaic Trail to the Train project. Whereas by Resolution 31 of 2019, adopted by the Town Board of the Town of Amenia on May 2nd, 2019, the Town Board awarded the bid to construct a bicycle trail path extending from the hamlet of Wassaic to the Wassaic train station to A. Colarusso and Son. Whereas as a result of unexpected circumstances not previously known to exist relating to the ground and subsurface conditions underneath the proposed pedestrian boardwalk, the plans and specification for the construction of the pedestrian boardwalk had to be modified, including but not limited to reducing the spacing of the header beams in certain areas, additional pile rows were installed, and additional vertical pile was required. Whereas A. Colarusso and Son has submitted change order number 1 dated March 12, 2020, representing the design changes for consideration by the Town Board. Whereas proposed change order number 1 has been reviewed and approved by the town's engineer for the Trail to the Train project, as well as the town's project manager. Now therefore be it resolved that the recitations set forth are incorporated in this resolution as if fully set forth and adopted herein. Be it further resolved that change order number 1 only modifies the plan and specifications for the pedestrian boardwalk and will not increase the total contract amount of the project. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute change order number 1 in substantially the same form as annexed hereto. Is there a motion?
I'll move it.
Damian.
I made the motion, Jim.
Damian made the motion. Jim, would you like the second?
I'll second it, sure.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Morris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Resolution 21, award of bid for providing lawn mowing services to the town of Amenia. Whereas the town of Amenia is seeking lawn mowing services, including the trimming of weeds and tall grasses from fences, walls, trees, buildings, and the removal of down branches within the town of Amenia. Whereas on March 5th, 2020, the town board of the town of Amenia authorized the town clerk to advertise for lawn mowing bids. Whereas the town clerk published a notice to bidder pursuant to the town of Amenia procurement policy. Whereas the town clerk received the following bids. Kindred Property Care, LLC, $22,320. Pelch Caretaking, $60,000. Whereas it has been determined that Kindred Property Care, LLC is the lowest responsible bidder for lawn mowing services. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board hereby approves the proposal from Kindred Property Care, LLC to provide lawn mowing services to the town of Amenia. And be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the Kindred Property Care LLC proposal for lawn mowing services and any other documentation necessary to effectuate this resolution. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Supervisor Prodi?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Morris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Yes.
Motion carries.
I'm missing one. Oh, here we are. Resolution number 23.
22.
Resolution for awarding bid for professional engineering services for the bank stabilization project on Deep Hollow Road. Whereas Deep Hollow Road is a scenic and picturesque road which runs along the Wasaic Creek within the town of Amenia. Whereas the town of Amenia Town Board desires to take all erosion and sediment control measures to maintain the bank along the creek in an area located approximately 1,200 feet from the intersection of Deep Hollow Road and New York State Route 22 to preserve the road and the pristine, beauty of the Wasaic Creek. And whereas the town board is seeking to retain a qualified engineer to prepare a project design and develop a construction plan for the stabilization of an approximately 136-foot section of the bank along Deep Hollow Road in the town of Amenia. Whereas the town board authorized a procurement specialist service in accordance with the intermunicipal agreement with Dutchess County to prepare specifications for requests for proposals for engineering services in connection with the bank stabilization project. Whereas the town clerk received the following bids in response to the request for proposals. Fusco Engineering and Land Surveying, PC, $33,000. Renia Engineering Design, PLLC, $15,650.
This is the back.
Oh, I got it. Whereas by letter stated April 10, 2020, from Town of Amenia Highway Superintendent Megan Chamberlain, it's been determined that the lowest responsible bidder is Renia Engineering Design, PLLC, and recommended that Renia Engineering Design, PLLC, be awarded the contract in the amount of $15,650 to perform the professional engineering services for the bank stabilization project. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board hereby approves the proposal from Renia Engineering PLLC to provide professional engineering services to design and develop a construction plan for the bank stabilization project, and be it further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute the Renia Engineering Design PLLC proposal for professional engineering services and any and all necessary documents to effectuate this resolution. Be it further resolved that the town highway superintendent is authorized to issue a written notice to proceed as soon as practicable thereafter. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Councilpersons Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
And Samoji?
Yes.
And just for clarification, it's 22. The next one's 23.
This one is 23?
Yes.
Okay. I skipped one?
Exciting.
Okay, resolution ratifying emergency waterproofing and repair of chimney at Town Hall. Whereas the town of Amenia is the owner of certain real property located in the town of Amenia, New York, identified as tax grid number 7167091965542. And whereas the primary structure on the premises is the town hall for the town of Amenia. Whereas the town has recently undergone various maintenance and rehabilitation projects to repair the aging town hall structure. Whereas a recent field inspection on March 18, 2020 by Precision Roofing Incorporated and the town building inspector code enforcement officer Michael Singleton revealed deteriorating brick and mortar falling from the chimney and serious defects in the structural integrity of the chimney attached to the building, creating a dangerous, hazardous dangerous and hazardous condition, whereas corrective measures must be immediately undertaken to cure the aforementioned dangerous and hazardous conditions and address the structural integrity of the chimney, whereas the town building inspector, code enforcement officer, and Nick DiMatteo, president of Precision Roofing Incorporated, have recommended to the town supervisor that emergency measures must be performed to secure the chimney and prevent further deterioration. And whereas the town has determined there are sufficient funds to pay for such corrective emergency measures. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The recitations above set forth are incorporated in the resolution as fully set forth and adopted herein. The following town officers and/or employees and our professionals are hereby directed to take what steps are needed to coordinate whatever repair work is required to cure the aforementioned dangerous and hazardous conditions, address the structural integrity of the chimney, and undertake further analysis with respect thereto. Town supervisor, town building inspector, code enforcement officer, town clerk, and attorney to the town. The town board authorizes the payment for such repairs from the building maintenance budget line in accordance with the Precision Roofing Incorporated proposal next tier 2. The Town of Amenia procurement policy is hereby suspended for the purposes of making such emergency repairs, purchases, and expenditures to address all potential code violations and dangerous and hazardous conditions associated with the chimney at Town Hall. Can I make that motion?
Second.
Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
And Samoji?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Resolution.
24.
Adoption of fee schedule for the zoning and building department. Whereas the building and zoning administrators recommend revising the town of Amenia fee schedule to address various administrative costs associated with zoning and building department functions. Whereas the town board desires to amend the fee schedule at this time in order to address the associated administrative costs so that fees more closely correlate with the actual department work involved with each function. Now therefore, be it resolved that effective April 16, 2020, the fee schedule next tier 2 shall be the fee schedule of the town of Amenia until fully further amended by the town board. And that is the 2018 schedule. Make that motion.
Second.
Supervisor
Discussion.
Perotti?
Sorry, guys.
Was there a
I have a
question?
question. The schedule, there wasn't a schedule attached in the packet, so which schedule are we changing this to?
Back to the one we've been using.
The 2018 is what she said.
It's the one that was sent in your email yesterday. And it's the one that is posted currently on our website, dated building fee schedule 2018.
Did anyone listen to our reorg meeting and make sure that we are in fact doing what Michael
Yes.
says we are doing?
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to research that, but
So,
We already asked him, and
that
he
we've
sent
got
an
the
email
wrong
to everyone
schedule.
explaining what he wanted to do.
when Mike sent them to you, the supervisor's office in preparation for this year's reorg, he inadvertently selected the 2017 version that was on his computer, and he had simply amended the date on the top and sent it, and he did not realize the clerical error that was in there. All year long, they have been following the January 9th, 2018 building permit fees. They've been intact since 2018, and when this was discovered last week by Councilman Gutierrez, they've looked into it, and these are the fees that Mike has recommended for the town. Just the wrong version was shared with the board and solely the board until last week.
Yeah, we're just overriding the ones that we voted for on the, at the reorg meeting. because those haven't been the ones that they've been using all along. They've been using the 2018 schedule.
Does anybody else remember actually revising them downward to better reflect the actual costs of?
That was done in 2018.
And in 2020 reorg, we decided that we wanted to.
No, we didn't decide anything. We were sent the 2017 in error.
We
didn't decide anything. We just approved the fees we were sent, but they were the wrong ones.
Okay.
So we're correcting the error.
Okay.
All right, is everybody good?
Yeah.
Supervisor Purdy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Doyle?
Yes.
Councilman Gutierrez?
Yes.
Councilman Morris?
Yes.
Councilwoman Samoji?
Yes.
The website will be corrected as of tomorrow. This I can't change tonight.
25,
Oh, yes. Yes.
the
25.
grant application.
Yes.
Okay. Resolution authorizing application to the Hudson River Valley Greenway Grant Program for a grant for the Fountain Square replanting and beautification project. Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Amenia desires to revitalize Fountain Square in the center of the Town of Amenia, and whereas the proposed project will consist of removal of existing plantings and stumps, extension to the existing bed, repair of brick walkways, installation and amendment of new soil, regrading and leveling, and planting of a colorful variety of perennial flowers and flowering trees. Whereas the Town of Amenia intends to apply the Hudson River Valley Greenway for a grant under the Hudson River Valley Greenway Planning Grant Program for the Fountain Square replanting and beautification project. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Amenia hereby authorizes the application for a grant under the Hudson River Valley Greenway Planning Grant Program for Fountain Square replanting and beautification project in the Town of Amenia. Is there a motion?
I'll make that motion. Go ahead.
Michelle?
Yes.
Thank you. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Joanne. Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Can we do discussion?
What?
So I understand Ian had to revise the resolution that was originally submitted, and the original submission had the amounts in it. So you don't, is there a place where I can find the requirements for resolution so that it can be prepared
Dawn
according to
has
those
that.
things? I would have thought that you would want some dollar amounts associated with this grant.
But he did go online and look at the Greenway to see what the samples were.
Uh-huh.
And he doesn't have the additional information, so he's trying to give you one so you can apply for your grant.
Well, we had a sample that was very somewhat similar, but he left out, what I think is kind of important for people to know what we're authorizing, cost-wise. Because
Did you want to put an amount in the resolution?
Yeah, I mean,
Where did you want to put it?
I'm not sure. So, in the second paragraph.
How much
the
are you
last
applying
thing-
for, Vicki? Is it 10,000?
So the estimated cost of this project is a total of $36,000.
What are you applying for?
It's applying for the renovation of Fountain.
I know, how much?
The total project is $36,000, and $18,000 is being requested from the Greenway program.
So do you want to put 18,000 in here somewhere?
Yeah, I think, it was originally spelled out the way we wanted it to be done so that people were aware of what the obligations are to the town of Amenia by applying. So let me read this sentence again. The estimated cost of this project is a total of $36,000, comma, with $18,000 requested from the Greenway program and $18,000 provided by local cash and in-kind services.
So basically, in the resolution, the only thing the resolution is doing is authorizing application for a grant. So do you want the grant amount in here, or is it 18,000?
Personally, I would think that's correct. I don't understand why Ian felt he had to redo this.
Well, he
and
was
if,
putting it in the correct format, but whatever you want added to the resolution, we can add. What do you want added to the resolution?
The estimated cost of this project is a total of $36,000, with $18,000 requested from the Greenway program and $18,000 provided by local cash and in-kind services.
Do you have that?
We do, because it's on the first version. I'm actually,
So we'll vote on this resolution as amended.
Okay?
okay, Supervisor Perotti?
Yes.
Council members Doyle?
Yes.
Gutierrez?
Yes.
Morris?
Yes.
Samoji?
Yes.
Now, is there any town board comment?
I have one comment. My youngest son is at our residence on Separate Road most of the time, and he tells me that since the pandemic has hit, that there is an awful lot of more pedestrian traffic on Separate Road, and also bicyclists. And he is concerned, and I would be concerned as well, that even though there's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit on Separate Road, people are going at 55 and 60 miles an hour, and there's concern about the safety of the pedestrians that are walking along the road. And of course, I'm down in Florida, so I haven't seen it for myself, but if he calls me up and tells me that, I believe him, and I wonder if somebody could just check it out, because maybe we ought to have a sign that, that to the effect that there are pedestrians on the road.
Okay, so they're going...
Everywhere. I mean, everywhere people are walking on roads that previously were not all that pedestrian friendly. South Amenia Road has no shoulder, has, uneven terrain right up to the edge of the road, and so it's tricky also, but there's no traffic, frankly. There's literally, weirdly, very, very little traffic.
Well, I don't know, but ever since they paved the Separate Road, it has become a shortcut for people that want to go from Milton to Millbrook and vice versa. So there is a whole lot more traffic there now than there used to be years ago. When I was a kid, there was virtually no traffic on it, but there's a lot of traffic right now on Separate Road.
Okay.
I'll have the highway superintendent look into that, Jim.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Okay?
Yep.
I would also make the comment that there will not be any dance classes, I don't think, this year. So I was not going to apply for the dance program from Berkshire to Conic. I would suggest instead adding, to this Greenway grant for the revitalization of Fountain Square and ask for $5,000, which is pretty much the maximum they give instead, because I really don't think that we're going to have any good sense that we'll be gathering or allowed to gather for performances or for classes, probably, perhaps in the next 6 months. I just don't know.
So you want to use that money for something else?
Yes, apply instead for the Greenway grant application to supplement the cash requirement required by the town.
We're already applying to the Greenway. Are you talking about another grant to apply for?
I'm saying we need to, apply for more money towards this project because, A, perhaps the Greenway is not going to provide $18,000, and B, we need to provide.
So would we apply to Berkshire Taconic?
Yes, that's the Berkshire Taconic Community Foundation's Northeast Duchess Fund. It's due May 1, so I just thought I would switch it from the dance program, instead move it towards a project that we need more funding for anyway.
Well, we should have done a resolution tonight if we were going to do that.
I don't think you need a resolution for that. I think I just need a general sense that that is an appropriate use
Okay.
of that application.
But
Well,
for
I
that-
don't have see any reason why we couldn't apply for it.
Okay. And then the other thing I wanted to say is that we have canceled the cleanup day on April 18th from 10 to noon. It's, I'd hope that the virus epidemic would be behind us or leveling out or going down, but it just doesn't seem to be abating. So I think to be safe, we should continue the cleanup day tradition, but hopefully do that in the fall instead. And Welsh is willing to take litter collected on our cleanup days for free at their transfer station in the fall if we're able to do that then.
Okay, anything else?
My last thing is that the Workforce Housing Committee met by phone 2 days ago. I think it was on Tuesday, and we went over sewer and comprehensive plan and the zoning that allows for greater density and that would create more affordable housing. And we're just keeping going with, we're also thinking about doing a survey. We've got a draft survey that we'd like to mail out to all the residents. Well, we have property owners, at least those addresses, to everybody in Amenia, and see if we can get some feedback as to what the residents feel is lacking in our current inventory of available housing, both rental and housing for purchase. So stay tuned for that. We are hoping to have a draft for the town board at our next for our next meeting.
Okay.
That's it.
Does anybody, do any other board members have comments?
Hi, Victoria. I just want to let all the seniors know that the Westchester Dinner Theater trip in May is canceled, and the possibility of going to the Lobster Fest in June is tentative at best right now until we get the complete clearance of who's opening up what, where, and when. So I just want to let the seniors all know that so that they don't have to worry about that. And I know our picnic should go off in July, but I don't know about the Office of the Aging's picnic is at the end of May. So I haven't heard anything pro or con about it, but as the situation goes on, we'll let people know if that picnic's going to take place. And that's all that I have for all of the seniors and stuff.
Is there any other town board comment?
I'm so sorry, Kelly is watching. So your rec director is watching, and she just wanted me to share with everybody that with your baseball is on hold right now, and that once she hears the official word from the league as to what they're doing, whether they're going to push the season back over the summer or if it's going to be completely canceled, she is following that program closely. If they do have to cancel, just so everyone is aware, the process here with the town of Amenia to get refunds is to complete a voucher. So Kelly will be in contact with you and get you that form necessary, and that's how money will be returned. But she wanted me to share that she is following this closely.
Well, that's good. Is there any other comment? This time I'd like to make a motion to go into leave regular meeting and go into executive session.
Second.
That's Jim. The time is 7:46. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? And I do believe someone's excused from that.
Yes, the town clerk is excused.
Minutes?
I will, thank you.
Thank you so much, and if you could text them over tonight, that would be fabulous.
Okay.
Great, thank you.